Hello and welcome to 3D Nato. In today's video, we're going to create this dice in Blender. The first thing I like to do is to set up the scene to work with millimeters. On Scene, go to Units and set Unit Scale to 0.001. And on Length, set it to millimeters. Let's create the base mesh. Add a mesh cube, expand the Add Cube menu, and set the cube size to 16 millimeters. In Edit mode, subdivide the cube once. Enable Edge Selection and select any corner edge. With Select Similar, choose Face Angles. Now let's round these edges with the Bevel tool. Set the width to 1 mm, segments to 4, and profile shape to 0.6. On Inner Miter, set it to Arc and set the spread value to 4. Enable Vertex Selection and select this corner vertex. With Select Similar, choose Amount of Adjacent Faces. Open the Vertex menu and select Smooth Vertices. Enable Face Selection and select any flat face. With Select Similar, choose Area. Now delete and select Faces. Now create a base mesh for the faces. Add a mesh plane, and on the Add Plane menu, set the size to 11.5 mm. Move the plane 8 mm on the Z-axis to align it with the top face of the dice. Subdivide this plane and set the number of cuts to 5. To fill these faces around, let's use Bridge. Select these two edge loops and bridge edge loops to fill the gap. Here I'll create 7 circles on this plane, and with them, we'll be able to create all combinations. Select these 5 vertices, select More, make an inset, and set the thickness to 0.5. Go to Loop Tools and select Circle. Select these 2 vertices, select More, make an inset, and set the thickness to 0.5. Go to Loop Tools and select Circle. The base mesh for the dice faces is complete. We just need to duplicate it to create the others. Select these faces here and go to the front view. Before we start duplicating, let's set the Transform Pivot Point to 3D Cursor. Duplicate and rotate it 180 degrees along the x-axis. Enable Face Selection and with Select Similar, choose Area. Duplicate and rotate them 90 degrees along the x-axis. And for the last 2 faces, duplicate and rotate them 90 degrees along the z-axis. Now let's select each circle's middle vertex to create the numbers. Just keep in mind that the sum of opposite faces is always 7. On the top view, select these vertices to create the number 6. Flip to the bottom view and select these vertex to create the number 1. On the front view, select these vertices to create the number 4. Flip to the back view and select these vertices to create the number 3. On the left view, select these vertices to create the number 5. Flip to the right view and select these vertices to create the number 2. With all vertices selected, use Select More to select all circles. Open the Extrude menu, extrude faces along normals, and extrude them by -1.5 mm. To round these shapes, go to Select, select Loop, and select Boundary Loop. Now let's bevel these edges. Set the width to 1.5 mm and segments to 4. And to remove any duplicate vertices, select All and merge by distance. Enable Edge Selection and select any corner edge of these dots. With Select Similar, choose Face Angles. To make sure this will remain as sharp corners, just set an edge crease with a factor of 1. To create the materials, go to Material Preview. Now go to Materials and add a new material. Rename it Dice White, set the base color to white and the roughness to 0.2. Enable Face Selection, select a face loop, and select More to select one of these dots. With Select Similar, choose Perimeter to select all dots. Add a new material slot and add a new material. Rename it Dice Black, set the base color to black, roughness to 0.2, and assign it to all selected faces. To finish, go back to Object Mode, add a Subdivision Surface modifier, and Shade Auto Smooth. Now just rename the object, and the dice is complete.